All right, that's a live shot of the White House right now. The president is meeting with the Department of Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly. And all of this at a time, there's still that delayed dust-up over the president's executive order. But, he does have control over those who get into this country and should be kicked out of this country, which could explain why the president is, or at least seen, a big pickup in activity on the part of ICE, tracking down hundreds of illegals here, or suspected illegals here. The Center for Immigration Studies, Jessica Vaughan, on that. Is there any connection, Jessica, between this latest pickup in activity and this crackdown on illegals and the president getting stymied in the courts?
No, I don't think it's connected to the legal action on the vetting executive order. This is a return to real serious immigration enforcement. The Obama administration did operations like this as well, but they were much more restricted on which cases ICE officers could arrest. I'm sure these operations were planned months in advance, and they go after specific targets. ICE has said that about 75% of the people they picked up were convicted criminal aliens. And the difference here is that ICE officers, if they go to pick up a gang member, can also pick up, maybe the cousin who's just recently arrived, who's also a gang member and also here illegally. So
how do they target where they go, though, Jessica? I mean, by and large, I'm told they try to avoid sanctuary cities, or is that true? But where and how do they target?
No, I don't think so. If you look at the list of places that they were working, a lot of them are sanctuary cities, because this is one of the problem is that the sanctuary policies result in the release of criminal aliens that ICE is trying to deport. So this means they have to go to the street or communities or workplaces to find these individuals that are amenable to deportation. A lot of these people were fugitives, people who were given a day in court and didn't show up for deportation, or maybe never showed up for their immigration court case at all.
Now, that's very common, right? I mean, you often hear that, where they just never show up, right?
And a lot of people were released by the Obama administration. I did a study at one point that found that ICE was releasing tens of thousands of criminal aliens every year that ICE officers simply were not allowed to pursue for deportation. So that list grew a lot. They have a big backload to go through. There's 2 million criminal aliens living in the United States today, and almost 1 million people who have been been issued final removal orders, exhausted their appeals, and they never left. So they've got a lot of work ahead of them, and I'm glad that they are getting down to it.
Now, these ICE raids are for those who are here, who have snuck in, right? It wouldn't address what the president separately wanted to do with his executive order, those who are coming to this country, and he wanted to vet them more aggressively. So what if the president were to say, or the executive branch were to say, all right, best we can do right now, since we're being stymied in the courts, is crack down on the bad guys or those who shouldn't be here?
Well, I don't think that was necessarily the case here, because these were planned long in advance. But it would be reasonable for the DHS to now look at some cases of people that were previously ignored, perhaps focusing on people from countries associated with terrorism, or people who have acquired a criminal record since they've been given a benefit. Like a lot of people, these so-called dreamers who got work permits under the Obama administration, have a criminal history, and those cases should be looked at. They have plenty of places they can go to find people who are legitimate priorities, to try to restore some integrity to our immigration system.
Jessica Vaughan, thank you very, very much. Good catching up with you.